WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 11.
I-96 was closed for hours tonight following a deadly crash between a CATA shuttle bus and a semi-truck. It's our top story tonight at 11. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. The crash happened around 4:15 this afternoon in the westbound lanes of I-96 just east of Okemos Road in Ingham County.
Police and fire crews arrived to find both the bus and the semi on fire. The driver of the bus was the only person on board and they did not survive. The semi-driver, however, was not injured. The westbound lanes of 96 were closed for almost 6 hours while crews cleaned up the scene. Police are investigating the cause of this crash. The number for the Meridian Township Police Department is on your screen, so if you saw anything that could help, please call in a tip. In the meantime, the Capital Area Transportation Authority released a statement clarifying the driver was a contracted service provider from the company TransDev. A spokesperson expressed condolences and heartache over their tragic death. Stay with 6 News. We're following this story very closely for you. We'll keep you updated on air, online at WLNS.com, and on the 6 News app.
President Donald Trump celebrated his first 100 days in office in Michigan yesterday, proclaiming they were the most successful of any presidency in history.
But new numbers released today showed during those 100 days, economic growth in the U.S. dropped off sharply, and the country's GDP actually shrank for the first time in years.
As Erica Brown reports tonight, the president answered questions about those numbers today.
Market volatility continued Wednesday as investors responded to news that U.S. economic growth slowed sharply this year.
And that's Biden. That's not Trump.
President Trump downplayed the government data showing the gross domestic product contracted in the first quarter of 2025, its worst performance in 3 years.
He came in on January 20th. So this is Biden. And you could even say the next quarter is sort of Biden.
The GDP number was driven in part by a surge of imports as companies raced to get products before Trump's sweeping tariffs went into effect. On Wednesday, the president defended his tariffs on Chinese imports, even if it means higher prices for consumers for products like toys.
Maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, you know, and maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
The Trump administration says the GDP numbers show momentum from job growth and trillions of dollars in new investments in America. But when it comes to tariffs, the president is facing pushback from members of Congress. On Wednesday, the Senate failed to pass a bill aimed at terminating the emergency declaration the president used to implement the tariffs. Kentucky's Republican Senator Rand Paul co-sponsored the bill and maintains the president has overstepped his powers.
Tariffs are taxes, plain and simple. Tariffs don't punish foreign governments, they punish American families.
Also on Wednesday, the U.S. signed a deal with Ukraine to create the United States-Ukraine Reconstruction Investment Fund, which will grant the U.S. rights to Ukrainian rare earth minerals. The signing concludes months of tense negotiations on security assurances for Ukraine and military support as the administration works to broker a peace deal to end Russia's war with Ukraine. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
So let's take a closer look at the highly anticipated deal that will give the United States access to mineral fields in Ukraine. So far, the details of the agreement have not yet been released, but U.S. Secretary Treasury Scott Bessent says the deal signals to Russia that the United States is invested in a free and sovereign Ukraine in the long term. Ukraine has undeveloped reserves of more than 20 strategically important raw minerals, including metals like titanium, uranium, and lithium, as well as non-metals like oil, natural gas, and graphite. Ukraine says the first edition of the deal was deemed just too one-sided in America's favor. The latest version addressed those concerns. Well, Crime Stoppers works because of your tips, and so far this year, 12 fugitives have been arrested out of 17. That's 70%.
Take a look at the people of interest in tonight's Crime Stoppers and see if you have the information they need to solve the case.
We begin this week with our known fugitives. Police in Lansing are searching for this woman, Rebecca Kuthin, on a warrant for damage to property. Kuthin is 46 years old, stands 5'5", and weighs 200 pounds. She has blonde hair and brown eyes. Police are also searching for Cameron Conley Embry on a warrant for assault with a dangerous weapon in Lansing. Conley Embry is 37 years old, 5'11", and weighs 205 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. Lansing police also want your help solving an armed robbery case. It happened in the early morning hours of April 20th on the 3600 block of South MLK. Police have released photos of 3 suspects in this case, hoping someone will be able to identify them. So if you know anything about these people of interest, please call in a tip. If it leads to an arrest, a reward of up to $1,000 could be yours. It pays to call Crime Stoppers, and remember, you don't have to leave your name to leave a tip.
There are 8 official planets in our solar system, as well as countless other smaller objects from moons to asteroids. Well, now Michigan State University is contributing to research that will challenge the classification of one of the largest of those objects. It's called Vesta, and it's one of the largest objects in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. For decades, scientists have considered Vesta a protoplanet, similar to an early Earth with a metallic core, mantle, and crust. That means it was a big deal in research and theories about the formation of rocky planets like our own. But a new paper that included data from a NASA probe and research from MSU reveals the interior of Vesta is more uniform than we thought, which would mean it's not a protoplanet. There are a couple of alternative theories about what Vesta could be, including that it's a chunk knocked off of another planet as it was forming.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I don't know if you've seen it over the past couple weeks, but occasionally we're getting some really colorful sunsets out there, and part of that is due to just some dust in the atmosphere, but boy does it give you great color in the sky. Check out our Picks on 6 winner from today, Candace in Lansing, showing that as the sun's heading down, the sky basically orange, looked beautiful outside. Even when some of the showers started and some of the dust started to wash out, you may have noticed on your car from time to time a little bit of mud and dust as the rainfall washes it out of the atmosphere. Our 5-day rainfall forecast, we've got more rain to talk about. Some parts of lower Michigan could see over an inch of rain depending on where the thunderstorms set up. Other areas at least 1/4 of an inch, so pretty respectable storm totals. The day by day shows the highest rain chance on Thursday, much lower chances as we head into Friday, still a couple showers, and then Saturday, I think this would be before sunup, so Saturday and Sunday, and for that matter, Monday are all looking dry. Precision cast as we take you through tomorrow morning. There's a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms through 8 or 9 o'clock or so. That'll spread east, but more scattered showers and pop-up thunderstorms are possible through tomorrow afternoon. Nothing severe, don't worry about that, but a little thunder is likely. As we move into Friday morning, that second area of low pressure keeps the chance for a few scattered rain showers in mid-Michigan, but as I said, overall the rain chances are going down, especially once we get into Friday evening and late Friday night. Our high temperature trend, temperatures this time of the year should top out in the mid-60s. That's where we've been, but for a Friday and Saturday, we're going a little bit below average. We'll balance that out in a big way as we head into next week with mid to upper 70s, possibly near 80s as we head into next Wednesday and Thursday. The long-range temperature outlook says no big pattern changes, so once we get in the 70s, at least through May the 10th or longer, we will be well above average with the overall pattern really not changing a whole lot. Same thing on the 8 to 14 day outlook. Most of the northern tier of the United States will continue to see above average temperatures. Sunshine, bit of a problem for a few days into Friday. I think by Saturday during the mid-afternoon hours we'll get more sunshine, and then Sunday and Monday we're looking at tons and tons of sunshine. Tonight's forecast, expect a low temperature dropping to 45 degrees with scattered rain showers moving in. Again, we may hear a little bit of thunder out there early tomorrow morning. Thursday's forecast starts out in the mid-40s. We're near 60 at noon. We should top out close to 66 by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be breezy tomorrow afternoon, winds 10 to 20, probably gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour. And again, the chance for a couple showers or storms. The 6-day forecast, rain chances out of here for the weekend, near 70 by Sunday, and then Monday and through next week, we are in the 70s. Lots of sunshine until next weekend. Storm system could bring some showers and storms back to the area next Saturday and Sunday, but that's a long ways away, so hopefully we can kind of consolidate those rain chances or move them off the weekend, which would be best of all.
We just want to get that rain out of here as quickly as possible.
That's true, and then just bask in the glory of the sunshine and the warmth.
Absolutely. We deserve it.
Yes, we do. Coming up here on 6 News at 11, American car buyers are rushing to get new vehicles before tariffs put the price tag into overdrive. We'll hear from them next.
That and much more straight ahead, right here on 6 News at 11.